A ruby is a pink to blood red coloured gemstone, a variety of the mineral corundum. Ruby is one of the traditional cardinal gems, together with amethyst, sapphire, emerald and diamond. The word ruby comes from ruber, or Latin for red. The colour of a ruby is due to the element chromium. The quality of a ruby is determined by its colour, cut, clarity and carat weight. The brightest and most valuable shade of red, called blood red or pigeon blood, it commands a larger price tag. After colour follows clarity. Similar to diamonds, a clear stone will command a premium. Ruby is the traditional birthstone for July. The world's most valuable ruby is the sunrise ruby, and rubies have a hardness of 9.0 on the Mohs scale of mineral hardness. With Openshop, you'll receive free express delivery anywhere in Australia and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Plus, if it's your first purchase at Openshop, you'll receive an instant 10% saving off your order. Call Openshop on 13 25 80. Visit us at openshop.com.au or through the Openshop app.
Welcome everybody to Openshop. You know, everything I have ever learned or known about rubies, I just discovered right then in that 2.5-minute opener. Girls, but don't be alarmed. Here is Gabby and Bianca to model the beautiful rubies. Welcome to the show. I'm so excited. And I am just kidding. I know a little bit more about rubies than that lady. She does try and steal my thunder. Gab, that's amazing.
Do you like it? I'm feeling very razzle-dazzle. I'm feeling very ready to put on some, or to at least admire, some beautiful jewellery and have a look at what I'm going to add to my collection, which is all very new.
Yes, it is all very new. You look so stunning today.
Thank you.
I love the sparkle, and I know we've got you in that standard black dress that you have to wear, Bianca, but one day we're going to give you something new, I promise, okay? Just hang in there. We're looking this hour at a precious gemstone, one of the top 4, everybody, and actually the only gemstone that comes close to diamonds. In fact, it's second in terms of the Mohs hardness scale, so it's durable. So, you know, once you own a ruby, you can wear it every single day. You can wear it to wash the dishes, you can wear it in the shower, you don't have to save it for special occasions. But women have had a romance with rubies for generations. The colour is divine. It does vary, and you're going to see this hour. We're going to talk a little bit about how the colours do vary in rubies, and you will see some darker blood red rubies this hour. You will see some of the lighter rubies as well, but you won't be spending over $700. But guess what? Here at Openshop, if you haven't made a purchase with us yet, you receive 10% off your first purchase. That's exciting because we want you to join the family. We want you to be part of this exciting home shopping adventure where you get 10% off. You also get free delivery, express free delivery around Australia, and you go into the draw as well to win a near $90,000 Mercedes-Benz. Thank you very much. So 30-day money back guarantee as well. I do want to say one more thing. We do understand that jewellery is all about trust. And I know there might be people out there that say, hold on a second, can I buy a ruby off the television? Well, the answer to that question is yes, because everything here at Openshop is quality assured. It's been double and triple checked, but when you get it home, if for some reason it does not meet your exacting standards, you can take it to a jeweler and ask them to look at it under a loupe. If you are not thrilled with whatever you buy here at Openshop, return it to us for that no questions asked money back guarantee. So we're looking at some exciting pieces this hour, Miss Gabby.
We are. I mean, there's loads of rings. There's some beautiful, beautiful, really unique styles. There's pendants, there's some earrings. There's a few pieces that will match in beautifully, but you know, having that stone in all of the variations means that you can mix and match. You don't have to have that set. There's various prices, you know, so there really is a great range to choose from and lots of different styles to choose from.
Absolutely. There's something for everyone. I will call this collection a little bit more of a classic collection or more of a traditional collection. And rubies do lend themselves to that kind of setting. So if you are after something with a little bit of vintage appeal, I'm sure you'll find it this hour. Let's kick off the hour with a ruby ring, and not just a small ruby ring. One of the things I think that most people know about the big four, the sapphires, diamonds, emeralds and rubies, is that once they get over that carat, they're much rarer. And we are looking here at a solitaire at 1.65 carats. So we're talking about not 1.65 carats of smaller rubies, but one big, beautiful, bold ruby gemstone. And there she is as she turns around. She's cushion cut, and the cushion cut lends itself to rubies as well, because you get that beautiful table and you can sort of look inside and get lost in that deep, deep, rich red. You're getting two round cut diamonds on this as well. Now, after I just said that this is a really classic show, the shoulders here are kind of, I suppose, a little bit more modern, but with that beautiful beadwork on the gold, if anything, it still does have that estate sale piece feel about it. I'm just going to quickly pop it on before I hand it to Miss Bianca. What do you think about this one, gorgeous Gab?
I think it's stunning. I love the detail on the arms. I absolutely love that detail. And the combination of having, you know, the variation there means that you've got, I know you said you can wear it day or night. To me, that really is a beautiful day ring with that sprinkling of diamonds. But of course, it's a statement piece if you were to wear it with a beautiful evening gown, or, you know, it's just a piece that you could wear day or night. I absolutely love the shoulders. It's intriguing. It's beautiful. It's got that real mystical detail in that you just can't take your eyes off it. It's beautiful, truly beautiful.
It is a stunning ring here. The fact that it does have these modern elements to it,
yes,
does mean that you can wear it with various outfits. I'm going to hand this over to Miss Bianca because I have been hogging the jewellery. Bianca and I have done a few shows together, and she's sitting there like, okay, come on, baby, hand it over
and no one gets hurt.
What's the price on this beautiful ring, Gab?
The price is $429, so the price is unheard of. When I think about jewellery that I've been buying over the last 20 years, has traditionally been costume jewellery, from an affordability, you know, and when you look at the price of this one piece, it's phenomenal that probably all the bits and pieces of purchases that I buy throughout the year, or even 6 months worth of costume jewellery, is the price of this one piece, which is a lifetime piece. So it's so nice to be able to afford to buy luxury, to be able to pass it down through the family, to be able to admire it, to enjoy it every single day, and think about those years of hard work. And I've gotten to the stage where I actually can afford to buy proper gemstones. I mean,
yeah,
you know, it's a real treat to be able to afford it.
It is, absolutely. And, you know, the thing about rubies is a lot of people think, oh, no, that's for the rich and famous, or rubies are for the celebrities, or rubies are for royalty. The key with this show is that you will not find, do you know what I think I can confidently say? Actually, I'm going to confidently say at this price that you won't find a 1.65 carat ruby, plus the diamonds here, 18 mil. So the diamonds, the two diamonds, plus the gold, 2.5 grams of gold on this. I don't think you'll find an apples for apples comparison out there in the market. So jewellery stores, online, there's a lot of online competition now.
There is.
With jewelleries.
Yes.
Again, let the buyer beware. There's some cowboys out there. Just be careful who you're buying from. There's some other fabulous online jewellery retailers. So if you are going to be comparing this ring out there with what other people have, make sure you write down the specs. By the way, if you forget them and you are interested in this ring, you can call us on 13 25 80. You can tap the app. You can speak to our customer service operators and say to them, listen, that ring, can you tell me the carat weight? They have all the information in front of them.
Right.
And then you can go out there and compare it. And I've always said, hey, guys, I'm not going to be offended if you find a ring out there at a better price than this, an equivalent ring, buy it from them. That's fine. But, you know, I've been around jewellery, online jewellery and televised jewellery shopping channels, and I can safely say this is an amazing price for this ring. So I think you'll want to grab it from Openshop.
Look, I think the sizes are M, O, Q, S, U, so there are a great variation of sizes there. So, you know, choose the size that for where you want to wear the ring. But you're right, Justine. There are a lot of cowboys out there, and do you really know if it is that true gemstone?
Yeah.
You know, that confidence of buying it here means that you really know that you're buying that authenticity.
Yes, yes.
As well as the quality.
Absolutely. And I still get people say to me, you know, that jewellery you sell on the TV, is
it real?
You know, and you go, well, we'd all be in jail if we were selling rubies that aren't rubies. Okay, so
completely.
100%, yes, they are.
Completely.
And we are seeing some gorgeous shots of this beautiful piece on the screen there.
It's gorgeous.
So it's stunning, isn't it?
Isn't it stunning? And look, I think that it can have a youthful appeal. I think that it can have a real elegance. I think that it doesn't restrict itself to, you know, the age. I think that it is just a beautiful, timeless piece. It's something that I could buy for my daughter. She's graduating this year from year 12.
Gosh, I remember when she was just a little baby.
She would wear that. It is something that she would wear, I suspect, on her middle finger. She would wear it as a statement piece. And once I find out what colour her gown's going to be, that is just elegant, timeless, but it's got that youthfulness in that detail.
Yeah, and you know what? If she gets really drunk and loses the ring, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's expensive, but you haven't had to mortgage the house.
That's not going to happen.
These are considerations.
You're right in your statement, but that's not going to happen, Justine.
We'll see. All right, guys, let's move on. An hour of beautiful rubies. A durable gemstone, one of the world's most famous. Every woman wants a ruby. Let's talk about the Mohs hardness scale, Miss Gabby. It's up there near diamonds.
It is.
For its durability.
You're right, Justine. It is. It's in the corundum family. It's up there at number 9, so it's second to the diamonds. So we're talking about durable. We're talking about hard wearing. And when you said earlier on, Justine, that you can wear this in the shower, you can wear it washing the dishes, that appeals to me.
Yeah.
Because once I have to start taking jewellery off to do my housework or to, you know, whatever it is, I doubt whether I'd be wearing this one washing the dog.
Yeah.
But, you know, I may just want to quickly get the dishes done if I'm having a night out, so that when I get back, the house is all done.
Absolutely. And people do think about the durability because you want to be able to wear, especially your special pieces like rubies, you want to be able to wear them to the party. You want to be able to know that you don't have to stress, you don't have to worry. And that's one of the beauties of ruby, sitting at 9 on the Mohs hardness scale, second only to diamonds. Now, we are staying at the higher end of the carat weight for this next extraordinary piece. And can I say, a perfect match to the ring that we just saw, 1.65 carats. This is, now to talk about vintage, talk about estate sale right here. This is this is the crown jewels. A 1.65 carat ruby set in this divine oval frame-like setting, surrounded by diamonds here. Not just any diamonds. I think you've got quite a few diamonds on this piece. 20. You have actually 13 points of diamonds, pave set beautifully around your huge oval cut ruby, weighing in at 1.65 carats. This is the piece that you wear when it's all you want people to talk about. You know, you cannot wear something like this and expect them not to be talking about the woman in the ruby pendant. So if you want to be invisible, this is not the pendant for you.
No, it certainly is a statement. It's a signature piece, and you're right, Justine, it is that and that alone. And it screams elegance, but it screams, you said vintage, I think expensive. I think it's, but it screams timeless. So it's that piece that, you know, your grandmother could have passed on to you.
Absolutely.
Or you said estate auction. That, as soon as you said that, I thought, gosh, it does look like something you see in the Sunday Telegraph, and they have that whole page of estate auction.
Yeah.
It is that timeless heirloom piece. It is just beautiful.
Where are the rubies found, Miss
Look,
Gab?
they are found, you can see there on the screen, they're found all around the world. I mean, they come from different places: Thailand, Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Africa, Afghanistan, Madagascar. We're going all the way through to USA and Vietnam. So they are found in a lot of different places. The rubies that we're looking at here today are from Africa. So they have that depth of colour, they have that beautiful ruby red, and they really do scream expensive.
And I think that is one of the reasons people do choose rubies. It's a very classic choice, isn't it, in jewellery? You know, you're in such an esteemed, elite company when you choose a ruby. And as we see this pendant around Miss Bianca's neck, I think the first thing you think is, yes, that is so incredibly elegant.
Oh, yes.
You can get away with a cheap dress sometimes. It's the way you wear it. but you're not going to have a piece like this in costume jewellery.
Oh, no, it's not.
If
Impossible.
you can get the real thing, it makes the dress look more expensive. It brings everything to life.
Look, there's no question, you're right, Justine. I'm the costume jewellery queen, or I should say, I was the costume jewellery queen.
Yep.
I am moving up through the ranks. Look, for me to walk into a jewellery store in the past has been intimidating because I'm going to love most things in there.
Yeah.
And once I've tried them on, I'm going to think, well, yes, I want to buy it, but can I afford to buy it? And how embarrassing if I have to say, look, you know, I'm going to have to think about it and take it off. So I have really stepped back from walking through those beautiful big vaulted doors of a jewellery store in the past for the fear factor that I'm going to love it and I can't afford it. So being able to choose this, get it home, try it on with that gown or try it on in, you know, the comfort of your own home is a real luxury in itself.
That's right. And the thing about home shopping as well, and this is what people might not realise, is that jewellery normally has lots of levels of profit applied to it. So from the moment a stone comes out of the mine till it goes, then it has to go to the cutter, then it has to go to the polisher, then it has to go to the setter, and then the setter then takes it to a middleman who then sells that piece on the distributor onto a retailer.
My gosh.
So either a jewellery chain or whoever's selling it. 8 or 9 levels of profit is the estimation that people say from when the stone comes out of the mine. Here with us, pretty much there's 3 levels.
Well, that has taken a lot of dollar signs. That has taken a lot of dollars out of that equation, because I'm listening to you thinking, I didn't know there were that many steps in the development to the store.
That's right. That's right. And they have a lot of overheads. But here we just what do we ask for, Gab? Just a cup of coffee. That's it. I'm just here for the coffee. Speaking of coffee,
lovely.
Speaking of coffee, our beautiful model Bianca this morning missed her mouth, didn't she? That was embarrassing. The whole cup. She walked. I just have to finish the story, Ash, before you move on. I'm throwing Bianca under the bus at the moment, Ash, so I can't move on. She came in like a vision, you know, like an angel, white,
looking glorious,
to the white glorious. Ground.
She was like an angel.
5 minutes of being here, and maybe I manifested it. But the whole cup of coffee down the front, and she had to change.
Not the whole cup. She'd had a few sips. She enjoyed a little bit of it first.
I did.
I love you, Bianca. I am embellishing.
She had
my job, Bianca. It's my job. All right, let's move on from that pendant. If you do want to pick up both those pieces, it does make a stunning set. You have tuned into Openshop and you've made the right decision today, because at any time you can pick up something from us on express free delivery around Australia. You can either order on 1325.80 or shop through our app or our website, openshop.com.au. You can enjoy 10% off your first order. You can go into the draw to win a stunning Mercedes-Benz. That's right, I said Mercedes-Benz.
Yes, please.
But most importantly, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Ash, would you like me to retract that about the Mercedes-Benz? I can do that. That's called a retraction. I'm right to say that.
No, the Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Justine.
Right.
I'm so impressed. I mean, can you imagine driving along with your ruby ring? I don't know what colour the Mercedes-Benz is going to be, but it wouldn't matter.
Look, it's got to be the right colour.
You would look the part. Wouldn't you look the part?
Well, definitely. I agree. But you do go into the draw to win that car, which is amazing. We can't win it, but you certainly can.
Yes.
Let's move on to our next piece. We've seen the ring, we've seen the pendant. We saw a solitaire to start the show. Now it's time to look at something that I think women favour. This is again, a little bit more modern in its appeal. It's very right now. This is what's happening with jewellery now. People are stacking them up.
Yes.
They're mixing their metals. They're mixing their stones.
Yeah.
You may have maybe a bit of a sad looking engagement ring, and you just want to give it a bit of oomph. Maybe it's a 10th anniversary present, maybe it's the push present, maybe it's your 50th wedding anniversary, whatever it is. Think of a reason to pick up this affordable piece, because again, we're talking about rubies in a beautiful band-like setting, Gab.
It is beautiful, and I hadn't even thought about that. That is such a great idea.
Yeah.
Because it is that style that you could add as that anniversary ring, or as that give that little bit of oomph, you said, to your engagement band. I think it's that perfect shape that it would marry in with most styles and cards. Not all, most, but otherwise, it's a beautiful piece just to wear on its own. But the stackability with having the diamond and the ruby together with that gold, I mean, you could wear some white gold with it in another band. You could be wearing, again, some plain gold. You really could have that on its own, or as you said, stack it up.
Isn't it amazing?
Stunning.
3 diamonds as well.
Stunning.
Here. 4 round cut rubies, over half a carat. So here's the beautiful thing about this. You're able to get this again, $329, our most affordable piece in the show. But take a look at that as an impact piece.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
don't think, well, hold on, $329. I'm not getting the big solitaire, but I am getting 4 substantial rubies that equal 53 points plus diamonds in this piece. And if you look at that mid shot, this has impact. And some people like more of a simple, sleek design. So if that's you, if you're someone that buys jewelry and says, you know what, I want something very ladylike, very sophisticated, that I can wear to work, that I can wear from dawn till dusk.
Yes.
Not everyone's into the big solitaire
Big bling, bling, yes, that's right. And you can. I think you could wear that from the beach to the bar, or you could wear it with your jeans, or you could definitely wear it with that ball gown. It's sophisticated and elegant, but it's also timeless. It's timeless.
I want to talk a little bit about the colour of rubies as well. I think what you'll notice this hour is that we do have a range of colours, from the pinkish red right through to the blood red. We started with quite a deep blood red solitaire. There is no right colour for rubies. They do obviously vary depending where they're from.
Right.
So people with a trained jewellery eye will say, okay, that's a Burmese ruby, that's an African ruby, that's blah, blah, blah. People kind of know. So it really does come down to taste this hour. When you do get it home, you know, rubies do have a little bit of milky opaqueness through the stone, and that's okay.
Okay.
So not so much inclusions as more of a warmth inside the stone, but officially we would call it an inclusion. So be prepared for that, but those people that do know their rubies will be looking for that in the stone anyway.
Will they? They'll be looking for it.
So when you get it home, you know, that's what you want with a ruby. And make no mistake, these are not created rubies. These are natural rubies this hour that you're getting for an extraordinary price here on this piece. This is the other thing about this piece. I think this will suit a lot of hand shapes. You know, having sold jewellery, I know women are very particular about their style, and they say, oh, Juzzy, I've got shorter fingers, I can't wear this. Now, let me tell you, Gabby and I were talking, because we have a stylist. Oh, and she's beautiful, they're both beautiful. And my producer, Ash, is saying, duh. I think the audience can tell. Look at you. You never look like that. Thank you, Ash. He's such a gentleman. But can I say, Gab and I were talking about the fact that I would never buy a red pantsuit. Can I stand up and show my red pantsuit?
She looks gorgeous, might I say.
Thank you. It's not about me, Gab.
She looks beautiful.
But Gab was saying that she would never buy her dress either.
And I love it.
But when we both got into our outfits, we were like, we love them because sometimes people need to push you a little bit outside your comfort zone. And that's the case where I hear so many women say, oh, I don't do band rings. Oh, I don't do solitaires. Oh, I don't do the thicker gold. I don't. You know what? You've got to think outside the box with jewellery because you get stuck in a rut.
In the same styles, like you do with fashion, right?
Absolutely.
And the fact that I have, and you and I both have stepped outside our comfort zone in terms of wearing something that was chosen not by us.
Yes.
But we both said, oh my gosh, I would never have pulled that off the rack, and I love it.
Yes.
It is the same thing with jewellery. You tend to wear, if you do have the big chunky pieces that you've always worn, and then you put something finer and more refined like this on, but it's not until somebody comments. And look, the sizes again are M, O, Q and S. You probably couldn't resize this because it's a band, but look, there are others in the range today that you could. So again, you have different fingers you can wear it on. And like Justine said before, we do tend to stick to our style. So it's really nice. If it doesn't fit one finger, try it on the other.
Yeah.
Wear it, ask your friends, ask your family. The testament is always the comments as well. When people comment, you just feel that elevation of pride that that you can wear real. You can wear real. Don't have to be wearing costume jewellery anymore at these prices. So for me, that's the luxury. The luxury of that is fantastic in itself.
Yeah, and some people might go, I don't even really love coloured gemstones. I wear maybe, created diamonds, or I wear actual diamonds, or I wear... But with these prices, they might go, hey, you know what? I'm going to try a red ring. I'm going to try a ruby, a real ruby. And that is what you're looking at this hour. We are not talking about created jewellery pieces. We are talking about natural ruby this hour, set in solid 9-carat gold, which is exciting for you as well. Now, at any point, if you want any of these measurements, call us 132580 and we can give those to you. This is our only rose gold piece of the hour. And we are taking $60 off this beauty for you this hour, just to sweeten that deal for those people thinking of making their first purchase here at Openshop. You can do it on the app, or you can do it on the website, or you can pick up the phone and ring us on 132580. This is a premium piece here with a huge oval cut ruby, 1.57 carats. So again, we are well over the 1-carat mark. In fact, we are fast approaching the 2-carat mark, which is, if you are comparing prices, and I know a lot of you out there are doing that, you must know that this is a 1.57 single carat ruby. Huge.
Wow.
Claw set beautifully. Nice high profile on this gorgeous girl. 6 round cut white diamonds as well. Pave set, and also quite a hefty rose gold weight, approaching 2 grams of rose gold, and you can see that with that thicker band all the way around. So what a beauty she is.
That is the combination for me. I would say it is wow. It is a statement, but it has that softness. And I think the softness, by having the diamonds in the shoulder there, adding that bling to the sparkle, it just creates the drama, and it creates that mystical kind of, I can't take my eyes off it. But the softness in that band, I just love it. And look, Justine, you could wear a white gold band with it. That could be, to me, that could be an engagement ring. I mean, the ruby is the stone of love and the stone of romance. That on its own, well, not on that finger now, but that where you were wearing it before, that to me looked like an engagement ring. And how would you say no?
You couldn't say
no. You couldn't say no to that.
You couldn't say that.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
And
it looks the same on you. Stunning. Stunning.
Do you want to do those sizes, Miss Gibbs?
Yes. So sizes are the PRT and N, of course. So we've got those 4 sizes, and at $589. This is a whopper of a stone. This is value. This is something that I imagine would cost thousands of dollars. I'm not an expert. I don't know, real gemstone prices, but to me, I mean, it'd be a few $100s for a plain rose gold band without even a diamond. So that, for me, screams expensive. It screams statement piece, but heirloom piece. It's something that you would buy to hand down to your daughter. It's something that you would buy that you're going to wear in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. It is not costume jewellery.
Absolutely. We are talking about the real deal. A beautiful set here as well. So one of the key things, I think, with shopping with us is that if you are going to be paying less, it does tempt you to buy a little bit more. So if you wanted to get the suite, you can do that, and have a look at those two together. Just over $1,000 will get you this set. And isn't she gorgeous? That rose gold too, if you have a look at how they've set this with the diamonds kind of diving into that river of rose gold.
Wow.
The key with this design is that the rose gold makes it. There's something about the softness of that rose gold, just slightly. It's still very warm, but it's softer. It's not as bright as the yellow gold. Just elevates the color of the ruby and just allows those diamonds to sing. And that's what we're seeing here on your screen at the moment. A piece that is speaking to you maybe at home, and if it is, openshop.com.au to make your first order. And please, please, please be aware of our 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're watching, you're thinking, I just need to see it in real life, guys. I do like it. I just want to see it here at home on my finger. Maybe you'd like to talk to a jeweler. Maybe you'd like to speak to a girlfriend of yours and say, what do you think? You can do that with us, because if you don't love it, you can return it. But I would say move fast, because this is Rubies, and I don't know when you'll see a full dedicated hour just dedicated to the Queen of Gems, the beautiful Ruby.
It is that confidence, Justine. I think the confidence is something that customers are going to get to love. The fact that they can take it home, and as you said, ask a friend, ask a jeweler. But look, speaking of rubies, if you are born in July, if you are a Gemini, the ruby is the birthstone of July, and they're considered the king of gems, and they represent love, health and wisdom. So it was believed wearing a fine red ruby bestowed good fortune on its owner, and I think that when I look at rubies, I feel like you need good fortune to be able to afford to buy them, right?
Normally.
That's where the linkage is.
Yeah, normally you do. And normally, you know, people don't say, oh, I've just bought myself a ruby ring.
No.
You don't ring up your girlfriend and say, I just got a ruby ring. You know, it's not the sort, you buy a new coat, you buy a pair of shoes, you say, hey, I picked up a lovely new handbag today. You don't often say, I just picked up a pair of ruby earrings. But the difference here with these prices, maybe you can. Maybe tonight you're sitting at home and saying, okay, $365, I can afford that. I will give this a try. I've always dreamt of owning rubies and diamonds. Maybe it's lunchtime. I don't know when you're watching this. I mean, I'm drunk. I don't know if you are, but I only work drunk, guys. I only work. Retract it. She's had coffee, espresso and water. Hopefully you know I'm joking, guys. Let's have a look at over 1 carat.
Wow.
In just the one pair of earrings. This is the only pair of earrings, so we had to make sure they were perfect. The perfect ruby earrings. Rubies are difficult to set in the ears because you already get a lot of interest with the colour.
Right.
So if you muck around too much with diamonds and too much with the design, sometimes you can be kind of fighting with the ruby herself for everyone's attention. These earrings have beautiful balance, perfectly set, 8.1 mils. So they're not too big, because sometimes people think, oh, I can't wear my rubies to the grocery store. Well, maybe if they're massive, you can't. But at 8.1 mils down, you absolutely can. The scroll work on the gold is just perfect, not too ostentatious, simple, elegant, but still they say, hello, I'm here, I'm a pair of ruby earrings.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm beautiful. They say everything.
They do. And it's interesting that you said it's hard to get. I hadn't thought of that before, Justine, and now I will, that's why it screams elegance, because it has the diamonds, and you said it's hard to marry them up, because sometimes which is the statement piece.
Yeah.
There's enough sparkle and bling and the detail in that work, in that gold, the shape of it just complements the stone without taking away from the stone. So I love the fact that you said you could wear them to the supermarket, because look, I sometimes will pop a pair of earrings on and wear them for days. So if I was down at the supermarket wearing my rubies, I wouldn't feel out of place. But some famous rubies, there's the DeLong Star ruby. It's 100 carats and it's exhibited in the American Museum of Natural History in New York. I've never seen it in real life. I could only imagine what it would look like. But to me, it just looks like something that people would stand there and photograph and talk about and remember, and the sentiment of seeing something like that would stay with you forever. It's just such a rich, regal looking stone. So then the second one we're looking at is the Edwards ruby, and it's 167 carats, even bigger. It's displayed at the British Museum of Natural History in London. That is whopping. That is absolutely phenomenal, and I can only imagine how many security guards, Justine, would be surrounding that. It would be covered in double, triple layered glass crystal diamond casing, and you wouldn't let that one out of your sight. And the last one is the Rossa Reeves Star Ruby at 138.7 carats. It can be seen at the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, and again, they are 3 memorable lifetime pieces, just like some of the pieces here today. They're lifetime pieces. They're not just costume jewellery, they're not just to wear sometimes, there's something that you can carry on through the decades and then pass on.
Well, that graphic there and those famous rubies do demonstrate that it's very difficult to find hefty size rubies, because in the Smithsonian and in other museums that hold huge boulders of gemstone, some of these pieces are 800-900 carats.
Wow.
So to have an exciting ruby at 167 carats, it's not that big. So finding larger ruby deposits is quite rare.
Okay.
So when we do look at pieces of ruby over the 1/2 carat, the 1 carat mark, we are starting to talk about an extraordinary find. Now these earrings here, 22 diamonds surrounding your 2 oval cut rubies there, beautifully claw set, 1.05 carats, and I would suggest that this is slightly over the 1 carat mark, but definitely under the 1 carat mark price at $469. And you have just watched our only pair of ruby earrings. Here they are on the beautiful lacy, so you can see their dimensions in the ear. And you will notice that even though Bianca has slightly cooler skin than Lacey, we all have different skin tones here on set. Rubies look incredible, any age, any skin tone, anytime.
That is such a good point, Justine. I hadn't even thought of that. The skin tone, it just works so well with both skin tones. I would be absolutely delighted if I was given these as a gift. I would be just so proud to wear them because, you know, rubies, as you said, are something that you don't ring up your girlfriend and say, hey, I've just gone out and bought myself a new pair of ruby earrings. You may buy that handbag, you may buy that new winter coat or whatever it is, but it feels like a luxury purchase because it is. Because it is.
One of the top 4, Queen of the Gemstones. And here we have another piece for you. This setting is my favorite. That's my producer Ash's favorite as well. That may put some of you off the ring, but don't let it, guys. Don't let it. She's beautiful. An oval cut ruby here, 49 points. So again, we are slightly under the 1/2 carat mark, but the look of 1/2 carat. So we have stages, so I know I'm not teaching you anything you probably don't already know about jewellery, but we have stages, and jewellery, you know, says a 1/2 carat, that's a carat, it's a carat and a half, it's 2 carats. Okay, it's pretty simple, but we also jump up in the price brackets as we get to those stages. So I'm suggesting at 49 points, you haven't got to the 1/2 carat mark yet in price, but look at that. The way they've set it, I'm turning this around. Okay, the way they've set it, the north-south setting, it's the illusion of a larger stone. So we haven't hit the 1/2 carat price point, but we certainly have hit it visually. So isn't that great? And you can tell people, oh, this is just my 1/2 carat ruby. This? No, what? I didn't even notice. Plus, there's a lot of diamonds here, 24 diamonds, and that's hefty too, 13 points there, and they're divinely pave set. So just before I allow Miss Bianca, because who knows what's going to happen once I mean, she can't even drink her coffee without So can we trust Bianca with rubies? It's a simple question, Bianca. Let's have a look at this. And again, any finger. You were speaking earlier about engagement ring. This is another beautiful setting for an engagement ring, Gab.
Totally, it absolutely could be. It really could be. So one on that finger there is no reason why it couldn't be that perfect piece. That piece that if it was given to you, you would be delighted. It is beautiful. I love that you were talking about the setting, the oval, and how it's the north and south and the clasp and the way that they've designed it means that visually it looks a whole lot more. I mean, it's certainly a decent sized stone, there's no question. But the way that it's been styled, and that's something that I wouldn't have picked up. I would have just thought, wow, that looks incredible. But 24 round cut diamonds in that setting means that you're getting it housed in, you know, even more embellishment. You're getting it housed in, you know, that next level of gemstone. And it brings out the brilliance. So the size that we have are M, O, Q, and F. Sorry, my mistake, S, M, O, Q, and S. And look, you probably wouldn't resize that either, but again, Justine, it is something that you could wear with either a plain band or with some more diamonds. So you could wear it in that setting style, or as a statement piece on its own?
Look, you could be safe half a size up or down on this one with a reputable jeweller.
Right.
But generally, the rule of thumb is that if you have a lot of work on the shank, a lot of accent stones, you kind of don't want to muck around with the setting too much. But get the right size. Don't forget our 30-day money-back guarantee. I'd also like to add, no questions asked money-back guarantee, because we are aware of the fact that you are buying from the TV, you're not in a jewellery store, you can't try it on, and you can't see it in real life. So absolutely take advantage of that if you're not happy, but you will be.
So look, you could spend just $409 today, and if it's your first purchase, you're going to get 10% off that. So look, that's about $40 off. And then you go in the draw to win my favourite, the Mercedes-Benz. So wearing my beautiful jewellery and the Mercedes-Benz together is an incredible deal. Oh, you've got to win it first, but when you do, you are going to be very, very thankful that you purchased your ruby.
Yeah, look, I think it's just, for me, no one's going to buy a ruby because they might win a Merc. But I tell you what,
it's a bonus. It's a bonus.
It is the cherry on the cake. And I love Bianca was doing that while we were talking about winning the, I mean, bless her.
Look, I'd be doing the same thing. I would be holding that steering wheel just thinking like I am in jewellery and car heaven.
Well, speaking of jewellery heaven, this is probably our biggest look of the hour. This is a massive look. This says, notice me. This is a ruby ring like no other here. $60 off your ruby and diamond flower ring. It is our biggest collective carat weight, our premium piece of the hour. If you have just tuned in, this is not created rubies. We are talking about natural rubies here at Openshop. A full hour of rubies. This is our biggest carat weight. Please don't forget, if you're looking at this and saying, okay, I want to try this at home, you can order it anytime on 1325.80. You can tap our app or openshop.com.au. We're offering 10% off your first purchase because we know that you might be sitting there going, okay, how's this going to go? 10% off and going into the draw to win an $89,000 Mercedes-Benz. However, it's all about this ring. One round cut ruby there in the center. That baby there is a 0.07 carat because surrounding her is 9 pair cut rubies equaling 2.84 carats.
Wow.
This is a huge look. Now, this is not the one. This is not the one that you're going to wear to the school pickup, okay, or to pizza night at your mate's place.
We can't rule everybody out, but the great majority, you're right. It's really a little bit above pizza night, I would say.
I think so. We are talking about cocktail hour, the wedding, the engagement party, New Year's Eve, at the special occasion. You know, even the Holy I mean, I'm always like, the Holy Communion, the confirmation, the baptism. You know, Dad's Italian, Mum's Polish. I spend every weekend at a confirmation, guys. But, you know, something a little bit more special. It is an extraordinary look. Make no mistake.
Isn't it?
Owning a piece like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for this price. Miss Bianca, I can't wait to see this one on you, baby girl. Here we go. Beautiful. It's heavy too. Can you notice that? What is the weight? Yeah, so okay, we've gone up nearly 1.5 grams in 9 carat gold weight, 3.32 grams of 9 carat gold.
Wow, it looks it. It screams expensive. It screams, you know, a lot of engineering and a lot of, you know, jewellery design and a lot of thought. And I love the pear shape in the stone. That is something that's, you know, unique in itself, Justine. It's not a stone shape that I've seen very often, but the way that it forms that flower, the way that it's, you know, emulates petals, it's just got that softness, but striking, absolutely striking. And look, the colour of it, I think that you could wear, you know, your nails nude, natural, you could wear pink, or you could wear red. And I think that we're all different coloured skin tones, like you were saying before, that it appeals to, but also your nail colour, like even there with that nice light violet, it just works beautifully.
Yeah, this is a piece that reminds me a little bit of Carrie Bradshaw and Sex and the City. It's got a little bit of that vintage appeal to it. And it is the sort of setting where people might think that that is costume jewellery, and you will need to correct them and say, I'm sorry, these are real rubies. And they will
because of the size, because of the size, and because you can. I mean, at the price that it's selling at, the sizes are MOQSU. So there are loads of sizes to choose from. And look, you could resize in this shape. I believe, Justine, would you agree that you could resize?
This one would go maybe 1.5 sizes up or down.
Okay.
Look, I never like to go 2 sizes. I feel like when they were setting the pieces, they were thinking of that, you know, so maybe 2 sizes too much, but certainly 1.5, reputable jewelers only. Now, this is our second pendant of the hour, a perfect match to that amazing piece we just saw, $389 for this. Oh,
gorgeous.
look at this, 6 pair cut rubies here, 1.2 carats, and then you have 4 diamonds approaching the bail there and pointing upwards like an arrow at the bail. Very big bail, so if you do have a ring, you do have a chain at home that you want to use, you can do that.
That looks beautiful. Now, rubies are believed to stimulate the base chakra, increasing vitality and the chi, the life force of energy. And I think that colour really does scream energy. And, you know, to be able to wear something that, makes you think about that energetic, that life force, and the colour is something that I believe you're drawn to. You really do look at it and think, wow, it's an incredible, rich colour,
Yep.
but it's got a softness to it.
Yeah, and also I think it's, speaking of energy and chi, I know nothing about that, okay? That's not my area, guys. I read stuff like that and I go, well, I don't suck it out of everybody, Ash. I feel it's a little harsh.
It's a bit harsh. I did hear that comment.
Harsh. I will admit I've been difficult today.
Not at all, Justine.
Today has been, I don't know what happened.
No.
I have been a little bit difficult. But it is the suit has gone to my head.
Oh, Justine.
My power suit.
You're allowed to ask for a cup of coffee and a glass of water. We'll let you off this time.
You're just one of those nice people. I could have come in here and just been the worst diva, and Gabby would still say, look, she's okay, guys. Look, she's always been like that. But one of the things, I don't know about energy, but I do know if you put on your rubies, you're ready to face the world. You know, fake it till you make it. If you think, geez, I don't feel like getting out there today, I don't feel like going to the party, I've had the anus horribilis, I've had the worst week of my life, I've had the worst morning, and now I've got to go out. You put on a ruby, you might feel a little bit better. I
believe that you would. I believe that you would, because you know that it's real.
Yeah,
this is the real deal. So it is such a different feeling when you're not wearing costume jewellery, which I'm only just discovering the benefits of that myself, Justine.
Yeah, but you can. You
Yeah.
can at this price. Let's talk about a ring that this next piece I'm excited about, because again, we haven't hit the 1 carat mark. Boom, it's that boom camera, it distracts me. I know I'm not supposed to look into it because I don't want them to use this shot. You see my butt.
Oh,
Okay,
Justine.
I ruined it on purpose, Gab, on purpose. Something you can learn from me. This one I love for value because we are going to the look again of a carat. Nobody's going to be able, even the most trained jewellery eye, cannot tell the difference between 95 points and 1 carat, okay? But when we're working out the pricing, we know that this is 95 points and it's just shy of the 1 carat mark. So you're going to be able to pick up, let's call it a carat between friends for 95 points price. That's what I love about this. It's a cushion cut, it's claw set as well. You know, rubies lend themselves to being claw set because being the queen, you know, we're raising them up. It's like, you know, they're holding her up. Not that they're not beautifully as baguettes channel set as well. That looks great too, but there's just something about the claw setting. So here the ruby really is the star of this particular design. So those people that just want the ruby, they're not interested in messing around. They're just saying, just give me a big, beautiful, bold ruby and raise her up. This is the one to do it.
Oh, that looks beautiful, Justine. That's such a contemporary style, meaning the band, the way that it does just, you said rise above. It is all about that ruby. I absolutely love that style. I mean, you could wear ruby earrings with that, but you could also wear something that's a little bit twisted, some gold, you know, whether they are sort of, you know, some larger earrings or something really, really fine. That is beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous, Bianca.
I think you're going to love that one, Miss B.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I had a feeling you may like that. I know a lady with style when I see one, and I thought, I think you are going to love it. The unique shape of that band just lifts, like you said, Justine, just lets that ruby rise above. It screams style, it screams elegance, but it screams a modern setting. So it's got that combination, super design, really.
It's soft. You know, it's very soft. And the reason it's soft is because you can see so much skin through the setting. And that just softly, gently, gently introduces that big, beautiful ruby. What are the sizes we've got on this one, Gab?
L, M, P and R. And at that price, it's the second most affordable piece in the collection. It is absolutely phenomenal. I would grab it while you can, really. This is a piece that you, well, I love it. Bianca loves it. So, you know, I imagine that you're going to love it just as well.
And you know what, if you do want to see all the rings next to each other, if you're someone that's saying, okay, I thought I loved that one, but now you've shown me that one. If you go to our website, openshop.com.au, you will be able to see the full collection and make your decision there without any pressure. Or you can speak to our operators. They are right here next to our studio, so not offshore. Good news if you really do want to talk to someone. 132580, and for the more technologically savvy, you might want to tap our app. But do remember, we are offering 10% off your first purchase, so factor that in when you're shopping with us this hour. This is all about rubies, the queen of the gemstone. 9 on the Mohs hardness scale does make this a very durable stone, so you can wear it everywhere. And a lot of people do purchase thinking price per wear. Okay, is this something I have to only wear and sit down and make sure it doesn't get scratched and I don't move and people can just look at it? No. Ruby is second only to diamonds on the Mohs hardness scale, so you can wear it, you can show off your ruby pieces, you can enjoy it. Now this is our final piece of the hour. Where have you been? Where has the time gone? If you have just joined us, it's not too late. Take a look at this gorgeous piece. Now, this is a way to set rubies that I favour, because slightly on the angle, rubies can be quite classic. And for those people that want something more modern, sometimes they go, okay, I do want a ruby, but how do we modernise her? Well, this is the way you do it. Slightly on an angle, slightly asymmetrical here, and it's almost like that arm of diamonds is just cradling that beautiful ruby, who's a cushion cut at 95. Oh no, she's not. Oh, she is. Yes, she's 95 points
so
there. Pendant
significant
only
size. Significant size. To me, it's just such a beautiful size. But look, if you are thinking about this for an anniversary, for yourself to treat yourself, or for a family member or a loved one, rubies are the traditional gift for a 40th wedding anniversary. But don't wait that long. If it's your 4th or your 24th, or even if you're buying it for yourself, it might be a work anniversary. It might be an anniversary of something, you know, significant for you. Treat yourself and, you know, pick up one of the pieces. But Justine, that pendant for $339, to me, it looks like a musical note. To me, it just sings a song. It really does.
It can be anything you want it to be.
That's true. That is very true. But
you know, you look at that and you think, gee, what do you see in this particular pendant? Now, that particular set does look like 2.5 carats. Now, if you went into a jewellery store and said, okay, I want 2.5 carats in a pendant and a ring, I want diamonds, I want it all set in gold, thank you very much.
I never would.
And then send it to my door. People, you'd be worried. You'd be saying,
Justine,
okay,
I never,
what am I going to be up for?
Not in my wildest dreams would I ever walk into a jewellery store and say, I want 2 to 2.5 carats of ruby with diamonds set in gold, and expect, I don't know, I have no idea of what price point could be put in front of me, but I suspect it would have thousands with an S of dollars, so I wouldn't have even attempted it. But so for today, for both pieces, it's $710, which for me is incredible value. It's something that I can afford. It's something that I can afford to buy as a gift.
Yeah.
But to have that price point and have a lifetime piece, it's not going to tarnish. It's not going to make my finger go green.
That's right.
Talking about costume jewellery, I'm reflecting on my costume jewellery, and there's no sentimentality to costume jewellery.
Yeah.
There's no heirloom to costume jewellery. And for me, whilst it's nice to wear the sparkle, it doesn't have the same sense of pride.
Yeah, and you know what? If you can't afford it, even at these lower prices, if you say, okay, well, girls, I still can't afford it, just know here at Openshop, we have lots of choices for everybody. You know, we just want you to be part of the family. We want you to enjoy shopping with us, and even just window shopping. Window shopping is completely fine. If you're watching this hour and saying, look, I'd love it, but I can't pay the $700, don't worry. Just be part of the family, watch us, be part of the fun here at Openshop. And you know what? We've got hair care, we've got cosmetics, we've got skincare, you know, electrical. There's going to be something for everyone. But if you do love rubies, if you've always dreamt of owning a ruby, we hope this hour we have made that easier for you as a choice. And we hope when you get it home, you'll be absolutely thrilled. Now, to just recap on our final piece on the pendant, $40 off that final purchase for you tonight. Now, one of the other things I'm just going to quickly suggest as well, for those people that do get a couple of pieces home this hour, you can always decide once you're home. So if you're a bit stressed at the moment saying, there were 2 rings that I loved and I'm not sure, get them both home. You can always return the one that you don't love as much.
Well, I think that the value of being able to do that in your own home, whether it's in the gown or whether it's in your day wear or your evening wear or your work wear, the advantage is you're choosing without the pressure.
That's right. And in a jewellery store, there is a bit of pressure.
There's a little bit of pressure, even just stepping in the door.
Yep, absolutely. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody at home for allowing us into your lounge room. That is always an amazing honour. And remember as well, as we look through this collection, as we look at this shot, those beautiful earrings, whatever it is you are buying, I just want to remind people we are talking about natural rubies set in real gold, not plated gold, the real gold, 9-carat yellow gold. And when we are talking about the accent stones, that's diamonds, like in that band ring, we are talking about real diamonds.
The real deal. It is incredible to be able to offer that, provide the value, something for everyone. These are precious stones, and they are precious. They're precious pieces, but not delicate. Like you said before, you said they're durable. That's the bit I love.
Yeah, and if you are buying for a gift, just know she is going to love it.
Oh yeah.
I don't like rubies, said no woman ever. All right, so you'll be safe. I want to say thank you to Bianca because I do torture her, everybody.
Oh.
Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks, Gab. Love you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh,
Thank you, Bianca.
thank you.
Thank you, everybody at home. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.